Nikhil Sachania, the current Division 1 Kenya National Rally Championship leader, is not your conventional rally driver. The 2014 Motorsport Personality of the Year is a paraplegic and has no muscle function from his waist down. Now, Nikhil suffered a horrific accident 9 years ago, shattering his spine. But since then, he has become one of the country's highly ranked rally drivers in the special prepared vehicle category, competing against able-bodied drivers. Our very own Bernard Ndong shares his inspiring story. Take a listen.
Nikhil Sachania leaves his office on Mombasa Road and makes his way to his vehicle, dismantles the wheelchair effortlessly, and in less than 2 minutes, he is settled in the driver's seat, ready to embark on his journey. He is paralyzed from the waist down, a condition that was as a result of an accident in September 2011. The memory of that fateful day is still fresh when a test run on his quad bike in Athi River ended in disaster.
I hit a ditch which threw me off the bike, and I landed in such a way where it shattered my spine. I did feel that there was something wrong with my legs, that I couldn't move them. So I'd asked a fellow rider, Zain Young, to press my toes to see if I can feel them, and he was pressing them and I couldn't feel them. So in the back of my head I thought maybe I fractured my leg or something of the sort. I didn't think of it to be so big.
Nikhil was rushed to hospital for emergency care, where the doctors informed him that he had shattered his spine. He was still hopeful of making a full recovery, but after traveling to India for further specialized treatment, the reality dawned on him that he would never walk again.
Try to keep strong. I was strong, I think, from my perspective, until I got to India. Once I had my operation, and when they sat me up and put me in a wheelchair, is when it's really hit me that I'm probably going to be confined to the chair for the rest of my life. Yeah.
He spent 6 months in India undergoing rehabilitation. Nikhil had also broken his left hand as well, and for a lengthy period of time, he had to readjust, being fully dependent on others.
So that hampered me from pushing the wheelchair myself for about 2 months. Until the cast didn't get off, I literally couldn't do anything without the help of somebody. Help me dress myself, help me go to the washroom, help me shower. So it was very frustrating, to be very honest.
Nikhil still had a passion for motorsport, but he had doubts whether he would be able to make his competitive debut. But a chance meeting with Anurag Berja in India rekindled his fire for the thrill behind the steering wheel.
I actually bumped into somebody in India who's in a wheelchair themselves, and they drive a Pajero.
He returned to Kenya with renewed vigor in 2012. It took him a few months to adjust fully to life on a wheelchair, but he was itching to drive. Nikhil's family and friends were extremely supportive and helped to repurpose a vehicle.
In my personal car, it's a very simple mechanism. It's a lever near the gear shifter, where when you push the lever forward, it presses the brake, and when you pull it back, it presses the accelerator. It's all mechanical.
He imported hand controls and tested them in go-karting before he could compete in the local rally scene. His first vehicle was a modified Mitsubishi Challenger, and he made his debut in the Eldama Ravine Rally in 2014.
I think I finished 28th or 25th, I can't remember, out of probably 34 cars. So it was fascinating because none of the other drivers knew that none of the media even knew that I was a paraplegic driver.
Nikhil triumphed in the special purpose vehicle category that season and also won the Motorsport Personality of the Year. He defended his title in 2015. Then he changed vehicles and acquired a Fiat Abarth Grande before upgrading to the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution X. All his vehicles have hand controls. Now I'm seated where the navigator usually sits during the rally championship, and what is fascinating about this particular rally car is that it is not your conventional rally car because it has a lot of modifications, especially on the steering wheel, to ensure the safety and security of both the driver as well as his navigator.
There's a steering wheel itself, then there's a ring behind the wheel, which when you pull with your hand, it presses the brake. And there's a ring at the front of the wheel. When you depress it, that presses the accelerator. So the brake has a hydraulic system that helps push the pedal down because of the booster system. There's a bit more mechanical.
Nikhil's partnership with his navigator for the past 2 seasons has borne fruit. They won the SPV class in 2019 for the 3rd time.
It's been an absolutely amazing experience. I've never navigated before until Nikhil asked me to, and I took him up on it. So within a few days, I learned the notes, and we went on tests. And we always gel well together, so it worked out really well. But it's an absolute joy.
Nikhil will be hoping to clinch the Division 1 title once the situation returns to normalcy after the pandemic. Bernard Ndong for Citizen TV.